Welcome back to Sturge-tropia. This is Sturge with episode 3 of the Toulan files. Yes, I'm back here, hiding in this great skeleton of what, like maybe a sandworm or something. But yeah, today I'm going to cover some slightly different topic. It will pertain to mining eventually, but mostly this is about some of the update stuff that has happened here on Planet Toulan, and I wanted to say a special thank you to the VirtualSense team for actually delivering what they say they're going to deliver. It is so easy to make these videos if when I go to find a particular resource or a particular location in the on Planet Toulon, it's there. And things work. The missions work as described, and the content is where it needs to be. Still got to grind it out. You still got to play the game. There's nothing for free, but VirtualSense has done a really nice job of at least saying, hey, these are the things that are new, and this is where they're located, and this is how you play with them, and go play with them, and here are the toys, and go play. And that's what you do. And it's so nice, and it's so easy to make these videos. So thank you, VirtualSense, everyone at the team, for your delivery of this final product, or evolving product, I should say. But this version update was really nice. And thank you to everyone who has watched us and subscribed and then given lots of comments in the comment section. It really helps a lot. And also in-game, a lot of comments in-game about how these videos are helping people get to Planet Toulon and come and play with the new content here. So thank you all for taking the time to comment. It really helps a lot. Please do take the time to comment, even if it's something that you see is wrong in your eyes or doesn't work the way you think it should work or whatever. Go ahead and give me a comment, and I will do my best to address each and every one of those things as we go forward. But today, that's actually what I want to address something interesting. As with every new planet, and all the new content, I shouldn't say new planet, new content on planets from version updates, come the scammers. And I'm not going to talk a lot about scamming. I just want to keep you apprised of where to find blueprints so that you don't buy them on the auction house. So let's get moving. Let's go and see where we can get blueprints for all the new content. Okay, when you first come to a service center, it looks something like this. Off to the left, you see this shirtless man here, the technician, and off to the right, you'll see another one of those as well. Let's go talk to this guy right here. This is the technician. He's going to have all the blueprints for specific items on Toulan. So I give you some examples. And I'm going to keep them all open because I want you to refer to this tree. So look at this Sabad Finder. There's an excavator. There's a medical tool, right? All of those are available for 1 peck. That's what they cost at the technician. 1 peck. So it's a penny in terms of, the dollars we pay, the peds that we pay. So here's the weapons, the Hajum, the Sara, which I've made, the MK2. Made a couple of those. Here's the tailoring ones, and this is where I got screwed up because I was looking for a tailoring blueprint, and I couldn't find it. And I was thinking, oh, well, if it's got to be under tailoring blueprints, tailoring blueprints. So this is a liquid shirt, liquid pants, Samar shoes, the Aquique texture, and this is what I was looking for, the Hubke blueprint, which actually is a tailoring item, which is odd enough, and the basic butt joint blueprint also. I want you to notice these two. So we're going to go with the Hubke blueprint and the basic butt joint blueprint to highlight what I want to say. And that is, don't buy these blueprints from the auction house. Anything that's white, highlighted in white here, those are all 1 peck blueprints that you can buy from the technicians. Do not buy them from the auction house. And the reason I say that is because I did this about a year ago or so. Like I said, I was looking for the Habke blueprint, and I was thinking, oh, well, it's because I wanted to work on my liquid pants or liquid shirt or something like that. I can't remember exactly what I was doing. Even though it actually doesn't apply to those. But I wanted this blueprint really badly. And I was here on Toulan, and I didn't see that it was under components as opposed to a tailoring blueprint. It looks like a tailoring blueprint. It has the little shirt on it, like a tailoring blueprint. So I got really confused, and I bought it on the auction thinking, oh, well, that was the only place I could find it. And I paid like 2, maybe 3 ped for it. And that was foolish when I could have come over directly to the technician and purchased it there. But here's what I want to show you. and we'll highlight the Hubke blueprint. Here are the 3 trade or technician terminal basically blueprints being sold on the auction house for 2 ped. Now that's a scam. And it's the same avatar. All 3 of the I'm not going to name a name or anything, but it's the same avatar advertising these. That's kind of shitty. That's probably the best word for it. And normally I try not to swear on the channel, but that's just one of those things. Don't be fooled by this. Buy these from the technician, not from players, unless they're over the value is more than 1 pack. If the value is 30 or 50 or something pack, then they have different value. But if it's just 1 pack, it's not worth 2 ped. It's worth a pack, and you can buy it from the technician. So beware, buyer beware. Do that. Buy everything from the technician and not from the auction house, because there are people out there who will gouge you for it, and that's not cool. So, and this is my favorite. This is why we're going to do the butt joint. I love it, even though that's really a technical term for this particular thing. Here's the butt joint blueprints, and somebody wants to sell one for you for 5 ped and for 4 ped, and they're 1 pack blueprints. So both of those are available from I know, I hate to say it, from the technician for a pack. So don't be fooled. Buy your blueprints from the technician, not from the auction house if they only have 1 pack in value. There you go. It's sad. Let's take a quick look at the basic butt joint. This is it here. Has itself fairly reasonable markup, something like 110, maybe to 120%. And we're going to go over what that's all about here in just a minute. But this is what it looks like. This is the blueprint. It uses wood shavings, short moonleaf board, and long moonleaf board. Oh my gosh. This is a new blueprint as of the version 17.5 update, and we finally have a blueprint that utilizes all of the things that you get from harvesting trees. The small trees, the large trees, and the huge trees. And that is invaluable. And don't buy this from the auction house for 5 ped. Buy it from the technician for a pack and use it, because this is going to be cool. And that that what it makes, the basic butt joint, is actually used in another blueprint, makes it even more valuable. That actually VirtualSense took the time to introduce content that whatever the product is of that blueprint is used in another blueprint, which is I'll show you a little bit later. But it's such forethought, and I really appreciate it. It's great. So we're going to utilize this. I'm going to go after the basic butt joint blueprint and harvesting some resources for this to show you how valuable this can be and how you might be able to turn a little bit of a profit. So I'm going to head straight over to Pit North because I know there are trees around Pit North, and I'm going to go see if I can find something that's harvestable. And I'm going to do this without bothering to check and see what if there are any locations for harvesting trees on the planet. As my grandfather would say, that's tantamount to not reading the instructions, which I'm not doing. Just grabbing my TeraTech PH3 and coming out. And sure enough, here we go. Right here at Pit North, there are trees to harvest. Isn't that great? Just like that. And I've thrown 30 ped or 28 ped. I brought my TeraTech 3 all the way up to full TT value, because each and every click is 10 peck. So every time you go to make a harvest, it's 10 peck. And I brought it up to 30 ped, and I'll go through all of that. We'll try to get it all the way down to 0, and then we'll see. So it's about 28 ped worth or so. I put in maybe a little less, 27.8, I think is what it was, or whatever. But here I am. Look at this already, harvesting trees, doing well. I'm not showing you the skill gains just yet. I will get to that. The skill gains for this are tremendous, but here you have it. There are some trees that are harvestable right around Pit North, and I'm sure we're going to find a lot more trees after this. Let's keep moving. Okay, just nearby we see that we also have a large tree. I want to cover the TeraTech PH3 because it is the tool to cut all sizes of trees. There's only one step up. That's the TeraTech PH4. I don't think it's worth the money. It gives you more per harvest at a greater cost. I've already paid off my TeraTech PH3, and that's the reason I'm using it. I paid it off harvesting trees back in the construction boom of a couple of years ago, where you could actually upgrade your house with gardening farming and all the things like that. And I don't really know what ever happened to all that. But the TeraTech PH will allow you to harvest small, large, and huge trees. And there's a TT version here on Toulan, which is an axe, and that allows you to harvest the small trees. But you need something bigger, so either the second level or the third level of the axe, which are not available from the trade terminal. But that's okay. Those can eventually be crafted from dropped blueprints. Or you need a TeraTech PH1, PH2, PH3, PH4. So keep that in mind. You can't harvest all of these resources using the trade terminal. You can only harvest the small version of the trees. And you need all three to be able to work with the basic butt blueprint. In this area, all of the types of trees are available: the small, the large, and even the huge. I've heard it said that no, there are no huge ones available here. Well, I'm going to show you that is incorrect. Yeah, one of my adventures, I was just looking at Pit North, turned around, and behind me spawned the huge tree. The reason I bring this up is because the huge trees are the most valuable, and they are fairly rare. You have to harvest other trees, the smalls and the larges, with the hopes of getting the huge trees to spawn. There are locations where they spawn a little more readily. That I'm going to leave up to you. Exploring Toulan is one of the best things you can do. I recommend getting out and doing a lot of exploration. There are lots of different places to look at this, though. Look at that tree. 132 in shavings and 30 peck in long moonleaf boards. That's a great tree. That was a really great tree. Keep in mind, at 400% markup for the long moonleaf boards, they are the limiting reagent in the construction of the butt joint. And there's a lot of competition for those trees. So bear that in mind when you're out hunting for them. You've got to search a lot of different areas to see if you can score the huge trees, and you'll find other players are out there doing the same thing. They're working just as hard to try to get the high markup item. Like I said, I didn't read the instructions, so I came over to Guardian Village to see if there were any trees to harvest here. And sure enough, right inside the village, there is a small tree you can harvest. And of course, that's what I get for not looking up the information first and just going and exploring. But that's sort of the way I play the game. Is I prefer to explore until I run into a roadblock, and then maybe I'll look up some of the information. But I'd rather play the game myself than have someone play it for me, because it's more rewarding. So all around Guardian Village, trees that look like this, you will find many are harvestable, mostly off to the east and up on the top of the hill. There are quite a few of these trees. And here's another location, the Flora and Fauna Center here on Toulan. It's a newer island, sort of on the southwest or northwest area. Yeah, right up here in the northwestern area. That's sort of a new island dish. And I'm gonna run around here. You're gonna see this is so we've seen two types of trees before. There are 4 total types of trees that you can harvest. So I want to look, and right away I see there's a difference in the color of the trees. And so I'm pretty certain, yep, the different colored trees here in the Flora Fauna Center, the light brown color as opposed to the grayish color, those are harvestable. Well, that makes it easy, doesn't it? You can see that even further away than you can, because it renders, depending on your render distance, it renders so quickly that you can use that to find those trees. Hopefully we can find a huge tree here, and we'll go around and all around the island and keep looking. My TeraTech is starting to run low, so there it is. I see it. There is a huge tree. Yeah, I'm almost out of value on my little TeraTech here, so I got to focus on huge trees. That's the whole plan. All right, first huge tree. Well, second huge tree. Actually, this is the first one. The other one that I found after this. The one by Pit North I found after this, and I found many more, by the way. So let's cut this down and see what we get. Oh no, nothing. No harvest. Oh, I hate it when that happens, and then it's gone. Oh man, that's brutal. All right, well, moving on. Now we have 3 different types of trees. Okay, let's take a look. TeraTech's down to 40 peck in value. So let's see, with all the stuff that I gathered when I came out. So it's about 27 ped. Oh, 32, 31. So I made about 4 ped on that run. That's great. And I didn't get any large moonleaf moonleaf boards. Wow, that's awesome. About 4 ped. So that means I got a really big tree in there that I must have missed, and I didn't show. Probably like a 3 ped tree or so. So that's a heck of a good run. I'm gonna do another full run on this, and then we'll do some crafting. Okay, let's see what we did. This is the second run with the TeraTech PH3. And how much did I gain or lose on this? So heavy I couldn't even run anymore. That's how this was going. 29.36. So I lost about a ped. That's not horrible since I was 4 ped ahead on the other run. And your results are going to be very different. I've been working with this TeraTech for a very, very long time. I bought it a long, long time ago, and I've gained a lot of skills between now and then. So if you don't have a lot of skill, you may harvest less and get lower return. All right, let's do some construction. Let's make some basic butt joints. Hey, I'm kicking it here with Ice Shark. How you doing, Ice Shark? To see, we got 42 clicks on this particular. That's good. 42. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. That's nice. 42 clicks. And there were 12.5 peck per each. Okay, 120-ish% markup currently. Like I said, they're used in other blueprints, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. And then we'll take a look at this and do some clickies and get some rewards and so forth. So let's see how this goes down first right away, see what it looks like. Success is about 38 peck. Okay, that makes sense. It's actually 36 in peck for 3 of them, and that's a success. So that's good. That's good to know. Let's see if we can get a little quality rating there. That's definitely what I need to get my quality rating up on this. And there's a blueprint. Regal Carpet Blueprint. That's nice. That's one of the other wonderful things about crafting things on Toulan. Hint, hint for the naysayers, is that if you craft your items here, you get planet-specific blueprints. So if you were to, say, craft a finder on Planet Toulan, you would find other blueprints that relate to finders. And the same goes for furniture of some sort. So even the basic butt joint can give you a carpet blueprint. Or hopefully you will get one of the new Toulan furniture blueprints to drop from the basic butt joint blueprint. So I don't know the probability of that happening, but let's hope it's low and you can get to some of that quickly and move on with your adventures and crafting, because that's where all the fun is. Crafting, right? Oh, there it is. 353. That's probably the click that saves this run from being a small loss. I'd say that probably does it right there. Takes me to the profitable side of crafting the basic butt joint. Okay, there you have it. 51 clicks. That's 19.125 PED. What do we get? Let's see the total haul. It is 17.5. So 1.625 PED. Not too bad. That's a loss. Albeit a very small loss. I'm not too worried about that. Let's look at the VirtualSense magazine, which I should have done earlier and read the instructions, but I didn't. VirtualSense puts this magazine out quarterly, which is full of so much detail. But here we see, I show you the highlighted part of the buying the blueprint from the technician. This is the furniture, it appears, where the basic butt joint is used. And these are all new blueprints. Look at some of this stuff. Is the ornate wooden partition. That would be pretty cool. Default spice chest, the couch corners, this is really cool. Now I imagine you probably wouldn't use these in the rug, but that's okay. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the wood harvesting. Here's some information about the wood harvesting axe that is available in the trade terminal on Toulan, and then the other axes that are available to you after the crafting of the I think it's the Nahar Axe 200 and 300. I think the Nahar Axe, the TT1, gets you the small trees. And then, of course, look here, all the locations put together in one place. There are many more locations than just those 3. The entire planet is covered with harvestable trees, and you just have to know where they are and get out and go looking. And there you have it. That's the harvesting of trees on Planet Toulan. And I didn't show you the skill gains. The skill gains are so incredible that for the sake of brevity, I really, on this video, I couldn't show you the skill gains. They're tremendous. I'm getting almost whole point, 0.7, 0.8, and sometimes whole point skill gains in biology, zoology, and resource gathering, and sometimes intelligence. Intelligence is small, but keep that in mind. You're not just gaining monetarily you're gaining in skill, and a lot of skill that is going to apply, like resource gathering will apply to your mining activities in the future. As always, remember to buy all of your blueprints from the technician before scouring the auction house for blueprints, just to make sure you're not getting gouged or taken advantage of. Sort of the smart thing to do. And then go harvest your trees. Use what you have available to you. Obviously, the TeraTech PH3 is an expensive. I think it generally with markup is around 75 ped. If you've got that kind of peg, great. Go out and do that. It will increase your return, obviously, and your skill gains as well. It's a really really nice tool to have. I'm very fortunate to have had the foresight to utilize that tool way long ago and to have paid it off with the profits that I made from cutting trees during the construction and farming boom. As is always true, just go out and have fun with this. There are a lot of harvestable trees here on Toulan, and there's a lot of competition. And that can be good and bad, but I think it can be just enough fun that you'll enjoy coming here. And then I think we're going to wrap this up. I appreciate you all for taking the time to watch the Toulan files, and the likes and subscribes, and all the comments. All of the comments really mean a lot to me. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. The more subscriptions, the better I can do, because I understand what kind of content we want. Because more people means more comments, means more likes, and that helps tremendously in pushing this type of content forward and getting everybody more information for free. So thank you all for watching. This is Sturge signing off. Until next week, ciao for now.